Welcome back to another part of this Ala Mobile GP Career Mode. This is Season 4, Round 13, the German Grand Prix. Last time out in Hungary, I nearly did a Plan C by dropping the tire to the grass in the fast corner, spinning in the middle of the S's. But luckily, we managed to stay away from the wall. Also, we had a brilliant battle against Verstappen. Both put their elbows out, but it was us who won the battle and came back in P1 for the 4th time this season. Not only that, it was a great race for my new teammate Pato, who finished in the points for the first time in Formula 1, and for my old teammate Alex as well, finishing ahead of Norris in the Mercedes in P6. I am in 2nd place in the driver's standings, 2 points behind Hamilton. Can we get in the lead this weekend? However, I couldn't find pace in qualifying. I went wide at the first run in Q3, and I couldn't find pace in the second run as well. So it's Verstappen on pole position, Russell is in 2nd, and the championship leader Hamilton is in 3rd. We will start from P8 on the grid. To be honest, I think it's gonna be a tough race for us. Every time I can't perform well in qualifying, I struggle with pace in the race. Well, let's hope that won't come true. Alright, let's head towards the grid for the INSANE German Grand Prix. We only have 4 races left for this season, and we are right behind Hamilton in the standings. The top 4 drivers are divided by only 16 points. We never know who will win this championship. You remember what happened last season? Me and Max had a brilliant championship battle. It lasted until the final race of the season, but we just lost out to Verstappen by just 1 point. To be the champion, we at least need to finish above P6. This will be the damage limitation race. All the cars are lining up on the grid. We're about to start as we go 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are underway. Stroll is making a good start. He is coming up from the inside. Lawson went wide on the gravel and he rejoined the track very dangerously. I nearly crashed into him. We're going wheel to wheel into turn 2. I'm having the inside and I got ahead of the Red Bull and up into 9th place. But Lawson is having much better straight line speed than me. He is coming up from the inside. We made contact. Lawson forced his way through. I tucked into his slipstream again. Looking to the inside into the hairpin, I'm making a late braking on, nearly ran into the back of Stroll. I thought I was too late on the brakes, but eventually it was a good defense. We stayed ahead of Lawson. Verstappen leads, then comes Russell, Hamilton, Ocon and Leclerc going side by side. Norris got ahead of Leclerc as well. Leclerc is down to P6, followed by Ocon, Stroll, me and Lawson. As we go through turn 12, I touch the back of Stroll on the apex. I am literally pushing him through the corner. As we approach the stadium section, I made a super late braking to the inside. Stroll had no chance to fight back, and we got ahead of Aston and up into 8th place.
Good start. The car ahead is up on.
However, on lap 2, into the hairpin, Ocon slowed down more than I expected. I didn't mean to, but I was forced to go take the long way around outside, and Stroll made a late braking to the inside, a bit of contact on the apex between me and Stroll, but Stroll put his elbows out on the exit and he got back ahead. Unfortunately, my prediction was kind of right. I am struggling for pace. I usually can, cut through these guys easily, but today, not actually. I'm stuck in the mid-pack. As we approach turn 12, I made a late move to the inside of the Aston Martin and got back ahead of Stroll. And I also made a late move on Ocon as well as we approached turn 13. Ocon had to take a small evasive action, but I got ahead and up into 7th place. However, as I started lap 3, I turned in a bit early into turn 1. I got onto the curve and my car bounced off track. Now Ocon, Stroll, Lawson and Hadjar are right behind me. I got onto the curve again at turn 2. Ocon is coming up from the outside of Parabolica. He gets ahead of us and Lawson is putting pressure on us as well. But I know Ocon will brake early into the hairpin. So I made a super late braking to the inside, squeezing Ocon to the outside on the exit. Ocon squeezes back to the inside. He is still ahead of us, but I was desperate to get back ahead, making another late braking to the inside into turn 8 this time. And we finally got ahead of the Haas and back into 7th place.
Okay, good job. Careful with that turn 1 and 2 curves.
Yeah, I learned. On the next lap, I used that advantage of the soft compound tire. We are now right behind Leclerc. I was pretty obvious that I had a much better pace. I made a move on the exit of turn 13. I got ahead and up into 6th place. However, Leclerc is not giving up this position so easily. Remember, he and I are separated by only 4 points in the standings. This battle will directly affect the upcoming championship decider. As we approach turn 2, Leclerc was pretty far behind. I thought he won, but he's gonna try down to the inside and we collide. I pushed out to the gravel. Leclerc made an aggressive move, but he was way too far behind. And I lost multiple positions. We are down to P10 again. But we might lose another position because Stroll is coming up hot contact in the middle of the straight. I squeezed Stroll too much onto the inside. But both of us walked away with no harm. But that was a stupid move from Leclerc. I think he returned me a favor from the Belgian Grand Prix final lap, final corner. But that was way too audacious. He forced me off track and I lost how many? 3 positions? Unbelievable. What the f was that?
Yeah, he's so stupid. Tire push is fine.
Unbelievable. It was lucky that my tire didn't came off or didn't damage the front wing. But he was nowhere near me. That was so unfair. Well, I guess I have to do overtakings all over again. As I'm making a switchback on the Hazard at the exit of turn 11, we are going side by side, banging wheels, but I'm having the inside line. Hazard didn't try to stay around the outside. We got ahead of the Racing Bull and up to P9.
Good job. Next car is Lawson on mediums, 0.6 seconds ahead.
On the next lap, I caught up to the Red Bull. I was having a much better exit out of the corner, sticking out my nose to the side of him, nearly going side by side through sector 3. But he didn't leave me room on the outside, so I switched to the inside at turn 16. What a move it was! But Lawson is not giving up. He is coming up to the inside on the main straight. I gave him an aggressive squeeze to the inside. He backed out. We got up to 8th place.
Good job. You're P8 now. The next car ahead is Ocon. He is 2.6 seconds ahead on mediums. He is struggling with grip. KM, how's your tire? Pedal is 4 seconds ahead of you, but he's struggling with tire wear. We don't want to book you guys in the pit box. Is it possible to extend the stint?
I'm not feeling comfortable with my tires, but okay, I can go for a bit longer.
Copy understood. Thank you, buddy. Your pace is really strong. Keep pushing.
We might not make it to the end of this.
As we approach turn 8, we have gained massively on Ocon. He's struggling alright. I made a switchback on him on the exit of turn 11, going side by side on the back straight. Ocon is ahead going to turn 12, but I made a late braking to the inside and we got ahead of the Haas and up to P7. And we immediately caught up to Norris as well. Pato is doing a great job keeping him behind. He is doing great teamwork. And I didn't miss the chance. I made a late move to the inside at turn 16. I gave him a love tap on the apex, but the FIA decided that was within the rulebook. We are now up to 6th place.
Good job. P6 now. Ahead is Pato. No team orders.
Okay, copy. However, Norris is putting pressure on me. He is right on my gearbox as we go around turn 2. I think everyone already understands the AI is much faster than me in sector 1 and 2, and I am much faster in sector 3. I have to keep Norris behind until there. I decided to be a good teammate here. I will defend like a lion so that Pato can stay in P5. But Norris is having much better straight line speed, going wheel to wheel into the hairpin. I made a late braking, I had the apex, but Norris will come back at me. So I immediately closed the inside towards the next corner. Norris tried to get alongside me from the outside, but I shut the door and managed to keep him behind.
Good job. Pato will be in this lap.
My tires are dead.
Copy that.
As I go around the final corner, Pato goes into the pit. To be honest, I wanted to box this lap too. But with that gap into the pit lane, I definitely had to stack behind him. So I had no choice but to stay out. But as you can see on the top of your screen, the tire icon is orange. absolutely no grip on my tires. However, Norris doesn't care about my tire wear. He is pushing behind me. I had to close the inside into every corner to keep this position. Norris is 0.3 seconds behind, having DRS. I'm moving to the right to close the inside into the hairpin corner. Norris stays behind for the moment, but I know he has an advantage on the exit of the corner. So I move to the inside. Norris is having better traction. I move even more to the inside, forcing Norris to go to the outside. He is trying to hang around. I respectfully gave him room. Norris looked to the inside, but I made a brilliant late braking and managed to keep Norris behind. On the end of the lap, I was finally called to the pit.
Boxes lap, boxes lap.
Finally.
Thank you for staying out long. It was crucial for the team.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so you will be close with Pato on the exit. There will be no team orders, but no defending each other, understood? Pato has been given the same instructions.
Yeah, copy, understood.
Limiter off at the line.
I rejoined ahead of my teammate. Maybe he had a slow stop, but the gap is less than a second and my tires are still cold, so there'll be no point defending against my teammate at this point. We don't want to, waste time battling against each other. So as Pato made a better exit out of the hairpin, I didn't go against him. I simply let him by from the inside. Well, it was obvious that my tires weren't up to performing temp. So I will, wait behind Pato until my tires are warm enough to push. And that moment came pretty quickly. I am right behind Pato going to the stadium section. So I made a move to the inside. Pato didn't fight against me either. We didn't lose any time. Fair play and good teamwork between me and Pato.
Good job. Norris is now in the pit. You will be close to him on the pit exit.
Copy. Here comes Norris coming out from the pit lane. I move to the inside so that I can have better ground. And we swoop past the Mercedes and up into 6th place. But he will have DRS on the upcoming long straight. Can I keep him behind? I'm doing the same again as last time. Norris is looking to the inside into the hairpin, but I move to the inside to defend as well, doing a late move on purpose, hoping Norris to back out so that Pato can get ahead. But Norris is still behind me. I'm moving to the right on the exit, forcing Norris to go to the outside. We're going wheel to wheel. Norris will be having the inside into turn 8, but KM didn't leave any space. I forced Norris onto the grass and he had no choice but to back out. Pato and Lawson got ahead of Norris. Elbow out from the Japanese driver. I literally left him no room on the outside. Eventually let Pato gain position.
Yeah, what's this idiot doing? Come on, just put me in the grass.
KM, be careful with that. We don't want to get a penalty.
Stay within the white.
I was ahead at the apex. That was my corner.
Copy, understood.
Every driver understands the risk of hanging around the outside. If that's a penalty, then it will be strange that Leclerc didn't get any for the move he made in turn 2.
We'll copy that, KM. Let's keep your head down. 9 laps remaining. Leclerc is 7 seconds ahead on fresh hards. But that was controversial. I was feeling very stressed because of the, because the AI was so aggressive and so fast on this track. But the stewards decided no penalty for that. I am now in P6, and since Bortoleto hasn't pitted yet, I will be in P5. As we count up the laps, Lawson is putting pressure on my teammate Pato Ward. Should I try letting Pato have DRS? Negative, KM. We can't risk you losing position. Your pace is not dominant today. We can't afford the risk.
Okay. As we ride on board Lawson, he is struggling for pace this entire season, and his contract with Red Bull is a huge risk at the moment. He was replaced by Yuki Tsunoda IRL, but in this world, he was scoring points in most of the races. But still, his performance is sadly nowhere near Max Verstappen. If he wants to stay with the team for the next season, he needs to score more points in the rest of the remaining races. Can he get ahead of Pato and score an extra 2 points? As they come around turn 2, Lawson will have DRS. He is gaining and gaining. Pato moves to the right to defend the inside into the hairpin. Lawson is making a pass from the left side. He gets through. Lawson gets ahead of Pato and up into 6th place. Pato did what he could do, but it wasn't enough to keep the Red Bull behind. And now Lawson is chasing me. He is right behind me as we exit turn 6. I move to the inside. Well, Lawson didn't take a risk here. We still have one more lap to go. Lawson must be waiting for a better chance. As we go into the final lap, Lawson is a second behind. He will have DRS on the next straight. Can we keep him behind for another lap? If we can keep him behind until sector 3, we can win this battle. This straight will be the turning point of victory and defeat. He is gaining. The gap is now 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, and now it's 0.4. The gap is decreasing rapidly. I move to the inside under braking to hold Lawson back, but he will have better exit out of the corner. Lawson is coming up from the inside. I gave him a squeeze. Lawson backed out. I've shown an aggressive defense again and maintained this position as Max Verstappen crosses the line to win the Season 4 German Grand Prix. And we are just about to survive Lawson. We came back in P5. It was a tough race for us, but as I said at the start, this was a damage limitation race. I think we did a solid work.
Checker flag, P5. Good job defending.
Tough race, guys. We will be stronger in the next round. And good job for Pato to finish in the points. We're definitely on the right path. Let's keep pushing. It was a hard race for us. Had many side-by-side battles, putting our elbows out, and we just about managed to gain 4 positions from the start and finished in P5. So Verstappen won the race. Russell came 2nd and Hamilton came 3rd. Leclerc finished 4th, followed by me, Lawson, and Pato. Hadjar came 8th, Ocon in 9th, and Stroll rounded up the points. Our gap to the championship leader Hamilton has increased to 7 points, as the defending champion Max Verstappen got ahead of me and up into 2nd place. The top 4 of the standings are divided by only 9 points. This will be the closest championship battle I've ever seen. And the constructor standings are boiling as well, as the Mercedes is only 5 points behind us in 3rd place. The Ferrari is still having a decent lead. Can we catch up to them? The next race will be their home race, the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. But it will be a 50% race. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next round and the epic finale of the season. I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.